One moment, please.
Oh, hey. Didn't see you there. I bet you're wondering what I'm doing with this stack of DVDs. In fact, you're probably wondering what I'm doing with all of these DVDs. You're probably one of those cool guys that only collects VHS tapes and 4K Blu-rays. Well, that's why we're here. Let's take a few minutes to talk about boutique DVDs in 2025. That's right. Well, I got the idea to make this specific video just because of the fact that MVD decided to release Sidekicks, Tammy and the T-Rex, and Hard Rock Zombies, all on DVD, all in the year 2025. That sounds as weird to me as it does to you, probably. Sidekicks and Tammy and the T-Rex were already released on Blu-ray and 4K by Vinegar Syndrome. And that was like 2 years ago. So all of a sudden, when I saw MVD post on Instagram that they were releasing those 3 movies on DVD, I was confused, and then I was ecstatic. Especially when I saw how much they cost. You have any idea what I spent on that piece of 4K release from Vinegar Syndrome for Sidekicks? Why do I need Sidekicks in 4K? You know what the up thing is too? I bought it because it was the only option for that movie on disc at the time. I watched the 4K and I was immensely disappointed. I then put in the Blu-ray and it looked exactly the same. When I saw that MVD was releasing this on DVD and I saw that the price was less than $10, it really got me thinking about some things. It also got me thinking about some other companies that are still releasing DVDs in the year 2025. Now, I'm not talking about the stuff that you go and find at Walmart where a DVD is $25 and a Blu-ray is $27. I'm talking about boutique labels where they're actually using a new scan of the original film, the same scan that they're putting on the new Blu-ray or the new 4K Blu-ray. They're using the same scan for that release, but they're putting it on a DVD. So you're going to get a little bit of compression, whatever. To me, that's worth it. When you can get all 3 of these movies for less than $10 a piece. Go look at the Blu-ray. How much does a Blu-ray cost? Which brings me to my next point. There's another company out there that's doing the Lord's work as well. 88 Films. Ah, good old 88. Oh, reliable. That's what I call them around here. This is just a small little stack of DVDs that I got from 88 Films the other day. Like, they were having a big sale on their website, and I was looking at some of their Blu-rays and I was thinking, oh, you know what? I could use some of these. They're cheap enough. Their Blu-rays are like half the price of Kino, Arrow, Vinegar. The list goes on. But then I saw a little tab that said DVD. So I clicked that and my mind was blown. They still have like 30 different titles on DVD that they've made and released. Like, as far as I can tell, they came out like this year because I hadn't seen them before. Okay, yeah, the back of the box says 2024, so that's close enough. This one says 2025, which is How did that get in there? 2024, 2024, 2024, 2024.
Disposed, disposed, disposed.
And you know how much I spent on all of these? And these aren't even all the ones that I got. They were £3 each. What does that come out to? That's like $4. I don't know. You tell me. Do you want to spend $4 on a DVD that's been remastered, rescanned, whatever? Or do you want to spend $30 for the same exact print of the same exact 50-year-old movie, but oh, now it's on Blu-ray, or oh, now it's on 4K? I don't know. Is that really worth it? You're talking about a 50-year-old movie. Do you have any idea how much film grain there's going to be? So I'm happy with spending $4 for a DVD. You can go ahead and spend $30 for a Blu-ray or $50 for a 4K, and you can get film grained up the for all I care, because that's all you're going to see. I spent $4 on From Beyond. Do you have any idea how much the old MGM DVD of this used to go for? And that thing doesn't look that great. This is a new remaster, and it actually has, I'm pretty sure this actually has bonus footage that was cut out of the MGM version. This was $4, directly from 88 Films. Why? Why aren't more companies doing this? Why isn't Vinegar Syndrome still making DVDs? Why isn't Arrow still making DVDs? Why isn't Kino still making DVDs? You can also still buy DVDs from Shout Factory. Now, these aren't nearly as cheap as the 88 Films ones, but I think all three of these were like $7. And I mean, depending on how you look at it, that's an even better deal because they're all multi-packs. I mean, this is 2 movies. This is Battle Truck and Death Sport. This is 4 movies. This was like 7, 8, $10, something like that. And you can't even really get these individually. Big Bad Mama 1 and 2. I'm almost certain this was like $8 on their website when it was on sale. So that's what I don't understand. That's the theme of the video, is me not understanding. That brings me to another company, Severin. I know they're not still making DVDs, but I just bought these. They're still available, brand new. These DVDs are still available. They're dirt cheap. And I don't know if you've ever watched a Severin DVD or a Kino Lorber DVD. They look exactly like the Blu-ray. It's the same remastered film print that they're putting on a different disc. I think that's where some of the confusion comes into play with why people think they hate DVD so much, why they think it's a terrible format, but it's actually not. I would argue to this day that it's the peak of physical media. That's why I still buy them. That's why I still watch them. Now, there are some DVDs that admittedly look awful. Home Alone, Austin Powers. Those are some of the worst looking DVDs I've ever seen. But it's not the format's fault. That is because those DVDs were printed and sourced from the same masters that they used when they made the VHS tapes of the same movies. They didn't do a new scan. It's the same problem that you encounter when you look at something like, okay, take the original Jurassic Park Blu-ray. That looks awful. To me, the original Jurassic Park Blu-ray looks worse than the DVD. And you know why? It's because they used the same master that they used for the DVD. They didn't do a new scan. So it's the same exact video quality as the DVD. It doesn't have the little bit of like softness that the DVD adds to it, so you see all these blocky pixels and everything. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you have the Jurassic Park Blu-ray, go put it in, look at the beginning scene where they're putting the raptor into the pen. You look at the part where the leaves are shaking, it looks like Minecraft. So that's why it was finally resolved when they released Jurassic Park on 4K. Now it had a new print finally, and it's actually an improvement. It's not just a black and white statement to be able to say, oh, 4K is automatically better than Blu-ray. Did they do a new print? Did they use AI? Did they use DNR? Okay, Blu-ray is not automatically better than DVD. Did they use a new print? Did they remaster it? Did they do any noise reduction at all? Again, I'll refer you to, let's say, The Dark Knight on Blu-ray. The scenes where it switches back and forth, it switches the aspect ratio back and forth between 2.35 to 1 and 1.85 to 1 because it's switching from 35mm to IMAX. The scenes that are in 35mm look awful. Again, they absolutely ruined it on the Blu-ray by using artificial edge enhancement, also known as sharpening. So that looks worse than the DVD as well, because they blew it out in post. The DVD is actually consistent all the way through. The Blu-ray isn't. That ruins it. Again, it was finally resolved when they released the 4K that had a whole new scan. It was all redone, and it looks great all the way through. So that's what I don't understand. Since we're on the topic of MVD to start with, I have Evil Dead Trap 1 and 2 on DVD, which I actually bought after I had the Blu-rays for both of them. I sold the first one on eBay. Actually, I just sold this one on eBay, and I have to go wrap it up and print the label right now. But I watched them on Blu-ray, and I couldn't believe how terrible they looked. So I said, hey, I'm gonna go sell those, get my money back, and buy the DVDs that cost half as much. Blue Underground is another good example. This is a movie I could have got on Blu-ray, but I intentionally got the DVD. How about a little blaxploitation? These DVDs are actually kind of old, but they're from Olive Films, and I have no intention of ever upgrading them to Blu-ray for any reason. I got these DVDs and a bunch of other ones from Olive Films, again, for like $5-10. So, does anybody out there actually remember Vinegar Syndrome making DVDs? Yeah, probably half of the Vinegar Syndrome movies that I have on Blu-ray also include a DVD disc. Now, I still remember when I bought like my first couple orders from Vinegar Syndrome, I saw, wow, all these Blu-rays come with a DVD disc. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy all of these and take the DVDs out and print out my own artwork and sell the Blu-ray discs. Still doesn't sound like a bad idea. I think I might do that. This is Super Soul Brother, which, in case you didn't know, is more affectionately known as the $6,000. So, what else do you want? It even says it right there. American Genre Film Archives 35mm theatrical print. It's made from the same thing. And again, it's a 50-year-old movie. How much clarity do you need? How much resolution do you want? It's a 50-year-old blaxploitation movie. I mean, the term B-movie doesn't even cover it. How clear do you need the picture to be? What are you expecting to see? But the problem is, you don't. You don't get anything extra.
The DVD is as good as the Blu-ray.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's all I'm trying to say. So, basically, I'm gonna get on my hands and knees. I'm just gonna beg that these boutique labels start making DVDs again. 88 Films is still doing it. MVD is doing it. Why can't everybody else do it? You know what? I just realized they're only charging $10 for a movie. I just realized what the problem was. If they can charge $10 for this and still make a profit, then they can't charge $50 for this and justify it. That's it.
The point is, ladies and gentlemen, that greed, for lack of a better word, is good.